Hi, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you today. I want to begin by reminding you of something incredibly powerful. You don't have to fit into anyone's mold. Create your own path. In a world where society often pressures us to conform, it's easy to forget the strength we have within ourselves to forge our own way. Each of us is unique with our own talents, dreams, and aspirations, and it's important to honor those aspects of ourselves instead of trying to fit into the expectations of others. Today we're going to talk about embracing your individuality, rejecting external pressures, and boldly walking the path that's meant for you. This is a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and the courage to step outside the conventional and pursue what truly aligns with who you are. So let's take a moment to reflect on our own paths, acknowledge the power within us, and remind ourselves that the life we want to create is entirely in our hands. Let's dive in. Too often, we are told what we should do, how we should live, and who we should be. Society, family, and even friends sometimes have expectations of us that can feel suffocating. There is a certain way we are supposed to dress, a specific career we should pursue, a mold we are expected to fit into. But here's the truth, you don't have to fit into anyone's mold. The most powerful thing you can do is to create your own path. From the moment we are born, we're shaped by external influences. Our parents, teachers, and communities guide us. And in many ways, that guidance is invaluable. However, somewhere along the way, we are told that there's a standard, a set of rules, a predefined blueprint we must follow in order to be considered successful or worthy. The truth is, this blueprint doesn't fit everyone, and it definitely doesn't define what your life should look like. Each person has their own unique set of talents, desires, experiences, and visions for the future. And that is the beauty of being an individual. It's easy to look at someone else's success and think you should follow the same steps they did. Or you might see someone who went to a prestigious school, landed a high-paying job, and seems to have it all together. But behind that success, there's a story, one that includes their own struggles, sacrifices, and choices that may have shaped them into the person they are today. What works for one person may not work for you. The reality is that there is no one-size-fits-all formula for success, happiness, or fulfillment. You were not created to fit into anyone else's mold. You were created to break barriers, to explore new paths, and to craft a future that aligns with who you are at the deepest level. Don't let anyone or anything define your worth. The world may try to tell you who you should be, but you have the power to choose who you will become. Your journey is your own, and it starts with the decision to reject the limitations that others may try to place on you. So many of us hold ourselves back because we're afraid of stepping outside the lines. We fear judgment, rejection, and failure. But the truth is, fear is a sign that you're about to do something bold. If you're not scared at least a little bit, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Growth comes when you step into the unknown, when you choose to walk down a path that isn't marked or wizened. It's easy to stay within the boundaries that have been set for you because they feel safe. But true fulfillment comes when you are willing to take risks, make mistakes, and learn along the way. You have to be willing to create your own path, even if that path isn't understood by others. The world may not always applaud your decisions, and that's okay. Everyone's journey is different, and you are not here to follow in anyone else's footsteps. You are here to leave your own footprints in the sand, to blaze your own trail. Don't worry about what others will say. If you believe in yourself and are willing to put in the work, you will find your why. The most successful and fulfilled people in the world are the ones who followed their own paths of fears, their own instincts, and their own visions. When you create your own path, you open up a world of possibilities. You will discover things about yourself that you never knew existed. You will tap into strengths and talents that you might have overlooked. You will begin to understand that the road to success is not linear. It's full of twists, turns, bumps, and unexpected detours. But every step you take, even the difficult ones, will lead you closer to the person you are meant to become. You see, the process of creating your own path isn't always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about taking that first step into the unknown. It's about trusting yourself enough to make decisions that align with your passions and purpose, even if the destination isn't clear. When you commit to following your own unique journey, you'll find that the right opportunities begin to present themselves. You'll meet people who share your vision. You'll attract the resources you need. And you'll uncover a sense of purpose that is greater than any mold you could ever fit into. And one of the biggest challenges in creating your own path is battling self-doubt. We all have moments when we question ourselves. We wonder if we are capable, if we're good enough, or if we're on the right track. These doubts are normal, but don't let them stop you. Doubt is just a part of the process. It doesn't mean you're not on the right path. It simply means you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Embrace it. Every successful person has faced moments of doubt, but they didn't let it define them. They kept moving forward. When you decide to create your own path, you are taking ownership of your life. You are choosing to break free from the constraints that others may have placed on you. You are choosing to live with purpose, to pursue what truly excites you, and to honor your own unique vision. This is where real fulfillment comes from. It's not about chasing someone else's idea of success. It's about creating your own version of it. And that version is going to look different from everyone else's. In the pursuit of creating your own path, you may face challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. But it's important to understand that these are not signs to quit. They are opportunities to learn, to grow, and to adjust your course. Life is not about avoiding failure. It's about how you respond to it. It's about getting back up when you fall and keeping your eyes on the prize, even when the road ahead seems unclear. The most successful people are not the ones who never failed. They're the ones who didn't want to let failure stop them. Remember, you are the architect of your life. You have the power to design your own destiny. It may not be easy and it may not be quick, but the journey will be worth it. As you forge your own path, you will discover that the rewards are not just external, they are internal. A confidence, the growth, and the sense of purpose that come from living authentically will fuel you in ways nothing else can. But don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to walk a different road. There's no one else like you in this world, and that is your greatest strength. You were born with the ability to do things no one else can do, to bring a unique perspective to the table, and to create something that is all your own. Embrace it. Own it. As you continue down your path, remember this: the world may try to put you in a box, but you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to break free from the mold, to challenge the status quo, and to create something extraordinary. And you have everything you need to succeed, and your story is just beginning. So take that first step. Trust yourself. And most importantly, never ever let anyone else define your journey. You don't have to fit into anyone's mold. Create your own path and let that path lead you to the life you were always meant to live. Reject external expectations. I'm a praying to God be expectations. Rejecting external expectations is about freeing yourself from the pressure to live according to other people's standards. From a young age, we are often told how we should behave, what careers we should pursue, and even what values we should hold. While guidance from others can be helpful, it can also create a sense of obligation to fit into a predefined mold. This can lead to a life that feels inauthentic because it's shaped by someone else's vision of success rather than your own. When you constantly strive to meet the expectations of society, family, or peers, you risk losing touch with your true self. The need to please others can lead to suppressing your own desires and passions. And if you live your life based on what others think you should do, you'll find that you are always measuring your worth against someone else's standards. This can be exhausting and ultimately unfulfilling because it doesn't take into account your unique talents and dreams. By rejecting external expectations, you give yourself permission to explore your own desires and follow a path that aligns with who you truly are. You can stop trying to fit in and instead focus on standing out. It's about embracing the idea that success and happiness are not one size fits all. Each person has their own journey, And creating your own path allows you to live in a way that is genuine and meaningful to you. You are the one who knows what makes you feel alive, not anyone else. Choosing to reject external expectations requires courage, but is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. It means putting your energy into discovering your purpose, embracing your uniqueness, and taking ownership of your life. When you let go of the pressure to conform, you open the door to endless possibilities. You start living for yourself, and that's where true fulfillment begins. No one-size-fits-all formula. The idea that there is no one-size formula for success is a powerful realization. And many of us grow up with the belief that there is a clear linear path to achieving our goals. Society often promotes certain ideals, such as attending prestigious schools, landing a high-paying job, or following a set career trajectory as the markers of success. However, the truth is that what works for one person might not work for another. Each individual has their own set of strengths, challenges, and aspirations that influence the journey they take. Success is not defined by following a single, predetermined path, but by aligning with what feels right for you. Some people find fulfillment in traditional careers, while others are drawn to entrepreneurship or artistic expression. The key is to understand that your journey is unique, and it will look different from someone else's. There will be moments when you might question if you're on the right path because it doesn't mirror the experiences of those around you. But that's perfectly okay, because success is deeply personal and can be achieved in many different ways. And there will also be times when you'll encounter challenges or setbacks that make you wonder if you've made the right decisions. The absence of a universal formula means that there will be obstacles, and not every attempt will lead directly to success. Yet these setbacks are part of the process, and they offer invaluable lessons. The process of finding your own path is more about persistence, adaptability, and learning from every experience than about following someone else's blueprint. It's about creating a formula that works for you, and that formula will evolve as you grow. And the most fulfilling lives are those that reflect personal choices and individual paths rather than a predefined script. When you step away from the pressure to follow a universal formula, you give yourself permission to be true to who you are. This freedom allows you to explore new ideas, take risks, and discover what truly brings you joy. In the end, there is no one path to success. There are many, and each one is as valid and meaningful as the next, as long as it aligns with your own values and aspirations. Embrace your individuality. Embracing your individuality is about fully accepting and celebrating who you are rather than trying to fit into the expectations of others. We live in a world that often encourages conformity, where there's pressure to look, act, and think a certain way in order to be accepted. However, the truth is that your uniqueness is your greatest strength. No one else has your exact combination of experiences, talents, and perspectives. And that's something to cherish. When you embrace your individuality, you stop measuring yourself against others and stuff and recognizing the value of what makes you different. Too often we shy away from showing the world who we truly are because we fear judgment or rejection. But when we suppress our true selves, we not only lose the opportunity to fully express who we are, but we also miss out on the chance to make a real impact. The world needs your authenticity, your voice, and your perspective. When you embrace who you are, you not only find freedom, but also open the door for others to do the same. There is a power in being unapologetically yourself because it inspires others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of authenticity and self-acceptance. Embracing your individuality also means giving yourself permission to pursue what truly excites you, even if it doesn't align with conventional ideas of success. Society often tries to shape us in a mold that fits its vision, but true fulfillment comes when you align your actions with your passions and values. This means pursuing the career you love, building relationships that feel right for you, and living a life that reflects your inner truth. When you follow your own path, driven by your individuality, you tap into a deep sense of purpose and joy. When you embrace your individuality, you also learn to trust yourself. It's easy to doubt your abilities or feel insecure, and you're constantly comparing yourself to others. But when you accept that your pace, yours alone, you begin to trust your instinct and your ability by navigate You stop second guessing your decisions and start making choices that align with your authentic self. Embracing your individuality isn't just about standing out. It's about standing strong in your own truth and recognizing that you are enough just as you are. Fear is a sign of growth. Fear is often viewed as something to avoid, but in reality, it can be a powerful indicator of growth. When you step outside your comfort zone, fear naturally arises as a response to the unfamiliar. This feeling is not a sign that you are doing something wrong, but rather you are pushing yourself toward new experiences, opportunities. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, and fear is the emotional response that comes with that challenge. It is a reminder that you are moving in the direction of personal development, even if it feels uncomfortable. Instead of letting fear hold you back, you can choose to see it as a sign that you are on the right path. Every time you confront fear and push through it, you expand your limits and increase your resilience. The more you face your fears, the less power they have over you, and the more you learn about your own strength and capabilities. It's a process of building confidence by doing things that initially seem daunting. The fear you feel today will eventually become the source of your strength tomorrow. Fear also signifies that you are experiencing something meaningful. It's not just about the absence of fear that defines success, but the willingness to move forward despite it. When you feel fear, it means you care about the outcome and are invested in the process. Whether you're starting a new business, making a major life decision, or even pursuing a personal goal, fear will always accompany growth. It is a sign that you are venturing into new territory, and while that can be unsettling, it is also where transformation takes place. Rather than letting fear paralyze you, embrace it as part of your journey. Recognizing fear as a natural companion to growth allows you to shift your mindset. With each step you take through fear, you build not only new skills, but also a deeper understanding of yourself and your potential. Fear in this way becomes a catalyst for growth, pushing you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Break barriers and take risks. Breaking barriers and taking risks is essential for personal growth and achieving extraordinary success. Many of us are conditioned to play it safe, sticking to familiar paths and avoiding uncertainty. But true progress and transformation come from stepping beyond the known and challenging the boundaries that confine us. The barriers we face are often self-imposed fear, doubt, and comfort. These barriers can limit our potential and prevent us from pursuing what we really desire. By recognizing and confronting these limitations, we open up new possibilities and create opportunities for growth that we might never have imagined. Taking risk is not about being reckless. It's about having the courage to take calculated steps towards something uncertain. When we take risk, we push ourselves into unfamiliar territory where we must learn, adapt, and grow. Whether it's trying something new, starting a business, or pursuing a dream that others might deem impossible, risks are often the catalyst for breakthrough moments. These risks force us to test our limits, sharpen our skills, and discover strengths we never knew we had. Each risk, whether it leads to success or failure, teaches valuable lessons that contribute to our overall development. The fear of failure often holds us back from taking risks, but failure is not the end, it's simply a part of the journey. Every successful person has experienced failure along the way, and it's these very failures that have helped them learn and grow. The most significant risks often come with the most significant rewards, not just in terms of material success, but in terms of personal growth and self-discovery. When you take risks and break barriers, you allow yourself the opportunity to fail, learn, and ultimately succeed in ways you never thought possible. The real danger is not in taking takings, but in never taking any at all, and thereby living a life of stagnation. Breaking barriers and taking risks are about living without regrets and choosing to pursue what truly matters to you. I allow you to break free from the comfort of mediocrity and embrace the challenges that come with growth. And these actions empower you to redefine your potential and move toward the person you are meant to become. It's in those moments when you face uncertainty and push past fear that you discover what you're capable of achieving. So don't shy away from taking risks or breaking barriers. They are the steps that lead to greater fulfillment, purpose, and success. Follow your own heart. Following your own heart means making decisions based on your true desires and values, rather than conforming to what others expect of you. It's easy to get caught up in the opinions of friends, family, or society, especially when they seem to have a clear idea of what's best for you. However, when you choose to follow your heart, you're allowing yourself to trust your intuition and inner guidance, even if the path seems uncertain or unconventional. Well, your heart knows what feels right for you, and when you listen to it, you align your actions with your true purpose. And there will always be people who try to impose their vision of success onto you, and it can be tempting to follow their advice. However, blindly following someone else's path can lead to dissatisfaction and regret. Your heart is the compass that guides you toward your own happiness and fulfillment, and it knows what brings you joy, peace, and of meaning. And even if others don't understand your choices or question your decisions, following your heart is an act of self-respect and authenticity. It's your life to live, and only you can define what makes it worthwhile. Following your heart also means taking risks and stepping into the unknown, because what your heart desires may not always align with conventional norms. It requires courage to pursue dreams that others may not support or seem unrealistic on paper. However, the rewards of following your heart go beyond material success. They include inner peace, a sense of purpose, and the deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you are living a life that is true to who you are. And the greatest success comes from pursuing what genuinely excites and fulfills you, not from trying to meet the expectations of others. Ultimately, when you follow your heart, you are choosing to live authentically. You create a life that is uniquely yours, built on your own desires, values, and dreams. It may not always be easy or straightforward, but it is deeply rewarding because it comes from a place of personal truth. By trusting yourself and staying true to your heart, you cultivate a life that is meaningful and fulfilling, where you can look back with pride, knowing you made choices that reflected who you truly are. The road to success is nonlinear. On the road to success is rarely a straight line, and that is something we often fail to realize in the early stages of our journey. Many people envision success as a linear path where hard work leads directly to achievement. In reality, the journey is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected challenges. And these detours are not signs of failure. Instead, they are essential parts of the process that shape who we become. The bumps along the way test our resilience, teach us lessons, and provide the insights necessary to refine our approach towards success. Success is a series of ups and downs, with moments of immense growth often emerging from the most difficult times. The path is not predictable, and there is no single formula for achieving your goals. You might take one step forward, only to take 2 steps back. But each experience, whether it's a perceived failure or a small victory, contributes to your overall progress. And it's important to understand that these fluctuations are a natural part of the process, not something to be feared or avoided. They are the moments where the real learning happens, helping you adjust your mindset actions for the actions to that. The road to success requires patience and persistence, especially when things don't go according to plan. It can be easy to feel disheartened when progress feels slow, or when you encounter setbacks that make you question your abilities. However, every challenge is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. Embracing the nonlinear nature of success means being willing to navigate uncertainty, take calculated risks, and remain focused on your long-term vision even when the immediate path is unclear. What matters most is not how many times you stumble or face obstacles, but how you continue to move forward despite them. The most successful people are those who refuse to give up, who see each twist and turn as part of the adventure, and who use every setback as fuel for greater determination. The nonlinear journey to success is not only about reaching the destination, it's about becoming the person you need to be along the way. Each unexpected path holds the potential for growth and transformation, leading you to success in ways you never imagined. Trust yourself, Trusting yourself is one of the most powerful things you can do in life. It means having confidence in your abilities, decisions, and instincts, even when the path ahead is unclear. Too often we second-guess ourselves, looking for validation from others, or waiting for the perfect moment to act. But the truth is that the answers you seek are already within you. Your intuition and experiences have equipped you with the wisdom to navigate challenges, and trusting yourself allows you to tap into that knowledge. When you trust yourself, you are no longer paralyzed by doubt or fear, but empowered to take action. The journey to self-trust begins with self-awareness and acceptance. It's about recognizing your strengths and weaknesses without judgment and embracing both. Trusting yourself doesn't mean you'll always make perfect decisions, but it means having the faith to move forward even when you're uncertain of the outcome. Every experience, whether it's a success or a failure, is an opportunity to learn and grow. When you trust yourself, you view mistakes as part of the process rather than a reason to doubt your abilities. Each step, whether smooth or challenging, brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. Trusting yourself also involves letting go of the need for external approval. We live in a world where it's easy to get caught up in the opinions, but relying on others to define your worth or direction only weakens your own confidence. When you trust yourself, you don't need the constant reassurance of others to know that you're on the right track. You can confidently make decisions based on your values, desires, and goals, knowing that you have the inner resources to navigate whatever comes your way. Ultimately, trusting yourself is an act of courage. It requires you to believe in your capacity to handle whatever challenges life throws at you. And the more you trust yourself, the more resilient you become. You start to understand that you are capable of creating the life you want no matter the obstacles. Self-trust is the foundation upon which you can build success, happiness, and fulfillment. It empowers you to take risks, face adversity, and pursue your dreams with the assurance that no matter what, you have everything you need within you to succeed. Self-doubt is part of the process. As self-doubt is a natural part of the growth process, and it's something that everyone experiences at some point. When you step out of your comfort zone or pursue new challenges, it's common to question whether you're good enough, capable enough, or deserving of success. These feelings of uncertainty don't mean that you're on the wrong path. In fact, they often signal that you are pushing yourself to grow. Self-doubt is the mind's way of testing your resolve, questioning your abilities, and challenging you to prove to yourself that you can rise to the occasion. Rather than seeing self-doubt as a roadblock, it should be viewed as an indicator that you are on the verge of growth. The key to overcoming self-doubt is understanding that it's not an obstacle, but a stepping stone. Every great accomplishment has moments of uncertainty, and it's during these times that resilience is built. Instead of letting doubt paralyze you, use it as fuel to keep moving forward. When you face your doubts head on and continue to take action despite them, build confidence in your abilities. The more you do this, the less power self-doubt is over you, and the more you realize that it's simply a temporary feeling that passes as you continue to move toward your goals. Self-doubt often arises when you are venturing into uncharted territory or trying something new. This discomfort is a sign that you are aligning and expanding your capabilities. It's important to remember that no one starts out as an expert in anything. Everyone, even the most successful individuals, has faced moments of doubt when they first began their journey. What sets them apart is their ability to push through that doubt and continue taking steps toward their goals. You don't have to have all the answers or feel completely certain to move forward. The willingness to continue despite uncertainty is what leads to success. Ultimately, self-doubt is not something to be afraid of or avoid. It is an integral part of the process of becoming who you are meant to be. It shows you that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and that you are growing. As you continue to take action, build experience, and reflect on your progress, the doubts will fade and be replaced with a stronger sense of self-belief. Embrace self-doubt as part of the journey and use it to propel you toward your next level of growth, knowing that it is simply a passing phase that will make your success even more meaningful. Ownership of your life. Taking ownership of your life means recognizing that you are the primary driver of your own destiny. It's about acknowledging that your decision, actions, and mindset are what shape your future. When you take full responsibility for your life, if you stop blaming external circumstances, other people, or past events for your current situation, Instead of waiting for someone else to make things happen for you, you take the initiative to create the life you want. Ownership means stepping up no matter how difficult or challenging the road ahead may seem, and understanding that you hold the power to change your circumstances. When you own your life, you stop being a passive observer and become an active participant in your own story. This means taking responsibility for both the successes and the setbacks. Every decision you make has consequences, and when you embrace this truth, you empower yourself to make better choices. And taking ownership also involves letting go of excuses and accepting that the only person you can truly control is yourself. Rather than complaining or wishing for things to be different, you focus on what you can do today to improve your situation. This mindset shift leads to greater personal growth as you begin to see challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. Ownership of your life also requires self-discipline and accountability. When you are the one responsible for your actions, you become more intentional with your choices and committed to your goals. You understand that your dreams won't come to fruition unless you take consistent action toward them. This may involve making sacrifices, staying focused, and persevering even when things go. But the satisfaction that comes from knowing that you have created your own path regardless of the obstacles is far more rewarding than waiting for external validation or approval. Ultimately, owning your life is about embracing your personal power and living authentically. Well, it's about making decisions that align with your values, taking risks, and not being afraid to fail. When you take ownership, you accept full responsibility for the direction your life takes, knowing that every step you take is within your control. This mindset allows you the life that is true to you, not dictated by the expectations of others or the circumstances you were born into. By owning your life, you create the possibility for true fulfillment and success on your own terms. Failure is part of the journey. Failure is often seen as something to be feared or avoided, but in reality, it is an essential part of the journey towards success. Every successful person has encountered failure, and it is through those failures they have learned, grown, and ultimately achieved their goals. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a stepping stone that leads to it. Each setback offers valuable lessons that help you refine your approach, sharpen your skills, and deepen your understanding of what works and what doesn't. Embracing failure as part of the journey allows you to escape risks, try new things, and ultimately move closer to your aspirations. When you fail, it's easy to feel discouraged, but failure is often where the most significant growth occurs. The pain of failure highlights areas where improvement is needed, and it forces you to confront your shortcomings and limitations. Instead of seeing failure as a defeat, view it as an opportunity to reassess, regroup, and adjust your strategy. It's the moments of struggle that push you beyond your comfort zone and require you to be creative, resourceful, and persistent. These challenges build resilience, which is essential for long-term success. In many ways, failure is the classroom in which we learn the most important lessons of all. The key to turning failure into success is the ability to keep going after a setback. It's easy to give up when things don't go as planned, but those who continue to push forward, despite their failures, are the ones who ultimately achieve their dreams. Success doesn't come from avoiding failure, but from learning how to rise after falling, from gaining the wisdom to try again with a new perspective. Each failure strengthens your resolve, broadens your experience, and brings you one step closer to the success you desire. Remember, the most successful people are not those who have avoided failure, but those who have embraced it and used it as a springboard to greater achievements. Failure is not a sign that you are incapable or that your dreams are impossible. It's a part of the process that everyone goes through on their way to success. The key is to shift your mindset and recognize that failure is not the end, it's merely a chapter in your story. With each failure, you gain valuable insight into your journey, and over time, these experiences compound to shape your ultimate success. The willingness to embrace failure and learn from it will determine how far you can go in life. The most important thing is not to let failure define you, but to let it refine you and fulfill your continued progress. Embrace your uniqueness. Embracing your uniqueness is about accepting and celebrating who you are without trying to fit into someone else's mold or meet external expectations. Each of us possesses qualities, talents, and perspectives that set us apart from others, and these differences are what make us special. Too often we get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, measuring our worth based on someone else's achievements, or feeling pressure to conform to societal norms. But the truth is that your uniqueness is your greatest strength. When you embrace it, you give yourself the freedom to be authentic and pursue a path that truly reflects who you are. Your individuality is not something to hide or suppress, it's something to celebrate. Well, the world thrives on diversity, and it's through our unique contributions that we bring innovation, creativity, and new ideas. When you embrace your uniqueness, you stop trying to be like anyone else and start being the best version of yourself. This means recognizing your strengths and areas of growth, being honest about your passions, and unapologetically pursuing the things that excite you. The more you embrace what makes you different, the more confident you become in your own skin, and the more opportunities open up for you to create your own success. It's also important to remember that embracing your uniqueness doesn't mean rejecting others or their differences. It's about honoring your own path while respecting the paths of others. When you accept yourself fully with all your quirks and imperfections, you open the door for others to do the same. Embracing your uniqueness allows you to cultivate an environment of acceptance and empowerment where everyone can shine in their own way. You inspire those around you to embrace their own authenticity, creating a ripple effect of positivity and self-love that can change lives. Ultimately, embracing your uniqueness is an act of self-love and self-respect. It means acknowledging that you don't need to be anyone else to be successful or happy. The qualities that make you different are the very things that will help you stand out and make an ill. By fully accepting yourself, flaws and all, you free yourself from the need for external validation and comparison. This self-acceptance is the foundation for a life of fulfillment and purpose. Embrace your uniqueness, for it is the key to living a life that is not only successful, but also deeply meaningful. In conclusion, the journey to success is not defined by finding into someone else's mold or following a predetermined path. It is about creating your own unique journey, one that aligns with your values of ambitions and individuality. Trusting yourself, embracing failure, and owning your life are all integral parts of this process. Remember, you don't have to adhere to a one-size-fits-all formula because your story is unlike anyone else's. Self-doubt, while inevitable, is simply a sign of growth, and it can be overcome by taking ownership of your choices and actions. Every step, whether forward or backward, teaches something valuable, shaping you into the person you are meant to be. As you move forward, embrace your uniqueness. Celebrate the qualities that set you apart, and don't be afraid to take risks, break barriers, and pave your own path. The road may be non-linear, filled with challenges and uncertainties, but it is through those moments that you will truly grow. Keep pushing forward, even when faced with self-doubt or failure, because these experiences are not setbacks, but stepping stones toward your success. Ultimately, your success is yours to define, and it is shaped by your courage to trust yourself, learn from your mistakes, and honor the unique journey that only you can take. Thank you for taking the time to listen and reflect on these thoughts. I hope they inspire you to create your own path. Embrace your uniqueness and trust in your journey. Remember, your potential is limitless, and the power to shape your future is in your hands. Keep moving forward with confidence, and never be afraid to step into the greatness that lies within you. Goodbye for now, and I wish you all the best in your journey ahead. Stay strong, stay true to yourself, and keep striving for the success you deserve.